Welcome to NHL Draft Pros. On today's video, we're going to take a look at Zeev Buium. He's an offensive defenseman from the University of Denver, and we are going to break down his gameplay and see what makes him one of the top prospects for the 2024 NHL Draft. And as always, please subscribe, hit that like button. We are approaching 7,000 subscribers, so if you can join the crew, I would really appreciate it. All right, Zeev Buium. He is 6 feet, 183 pounds, and he's a left shot defenseman. His rankings, NHL Central Scouting has him at number 4 for North American skaters. McKeen's 15, TSN Bob McKenzie at 13, Elite Prospects at 11. Hockey News is the highest one on him at number 4. Now, if we take a look at his stats, last year he played for the NTDP and he had 40 points in 63 games. This year, the University of Denver, check out these numbers, 43 points in 34 games. Wowza. That is some impressive numbers from the young defenseman. And also, I just want to mention, he was, named to the All-Rookie team, nominated for Rookie of the Year, Offensive Defenseman of the Year, the Hobie Baker Top Collegiate Player of the Year award. So he's got a lot of accolades as well. Now, if we put into context his points per game in his draft year, Zeev Buium is the top in the last 20 years, 1.26 points per game, ahead of Quinn Hughes, Zach Werenski, Charlie McAvoy, Owen Power. So he's in some pretty elite company. Now, as always, we're going to check out his skating, shooting, passing, puck control, his compete level and defensive play, and what he needs to improve upon. So the first thing is his skating, and he is a really, really good skater. He likes to use his skating to get involved in all 3 zones of the ice, and you're going to see right here, so he's going to take it out, and he's not shy in joining a rush, as you can see. But he is responsible enough to get back with broken plays when the play breaks down. And so you love the D that are confident with the puck on his stick, and Zeev Buium is that player. Now, look at this. Just totally joins the rush here. Now, he doesn't have the most effective stride, and there are some inefficiencies in his mechanics, but he's always moving, and that's what he uses to his advantage. You're going to see right here, this is a great example of this. He just keeps on roaming around. They get a missed pass. Look at that. Picks up his own, the missed shot, and then they end up scoring. So you know what, his lateral movement's really good, edge work is really good. Like I said, he doesn't have that bursting speed, you know what I mean, that smooth skating stride, but he can motor around the ice really well. This one here, you're going to see some edge work, like spins off this D. The one thing that he does well is he spins it, look at that, protecting the puck, really strong on his feet, so he's got good balance. Really nice scoring chance there due to his skating. And we're going to show the puck control. He's got good puck control too, and he walks the line really well. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of clips, obviously. So the next thing is shooting. Check out this howitzer at the World Juniors. Boom! It's in the net. Woo! Yes, this was a big goal against Sweden in the World Juniors, and you know what? The youngest player on Team USA, and this was a really good team. Team USA was stacked, and he was the youngest player and worked his way up to the top pairing, basically. He was, by the end of the tournament, he was seeing some pretty decent ice time. So nice shot there. We're going to see another one right here, top of the circle, and he just lets it go. Nice one. He only had 9 goals on his season, so he's more of a passer, but definitely, get some pucks on net, and you like to see that. And like I said, with his mobility and him walking the line to help him find some open shooting lanes or to free up teammates to pass to, it's a good combination to have. Now, the problem is his size. He's 6 feet. He's 180 pounds. So he still has to bulk up a little bit. And he's a left shot. So, the rankings, like you said, they have him mid first, but there are some that are higher up on him. Now, his passing, this is one of the things that he does really well. Sees probably one of the best IQs defensively in this draft. So, when we talk about Sam Dickinson, Silayev, Lev Shanov, all these players, I'd have to say that in terms of IQ, Zeev Buium is probably top of the class. Like his hockey IQ, how he monitors the ice, he's always looking. Like you see, he scans the ice really well, and that is something that works well or bodes well when you're a passer. Like, look at his pass. Come on. Like, that's a no-look pass. He knew exactly where that player was. He didn't have to shoulder check or anything. He just knew. Like you're going to see he's looking off and he just, boom, slides it over for the perfect one-touch pass and it's in the net. Nice play right there. So again, here you're going to see his skating, help him out, and then he's going to come across and look at that easy open netter. Doesn't get any easier than that. So hockey IQ, we're going to talk about that later when we talk about his strengths and what he needs to work on. But his hockey IQ is really high, and you love to see that in the defender. I always say this, that the defensemen, they're like the quarterbacks, and they need to be able to get out of the zone, and you're going to see that in a second right now, getting out of the zone, passing pucks, so, zone exits, and he's really, there's so many clips like this where he's got pressure on him. Look at this, waits for that one opposing player to kind of attack him, and then he just dishes it off, and it's an easy zone exit. So he does this really well in the corners, and when he's got pressure on him, and that's something that you really like to see in the defenseman, and Zeev Buium is really good at that. Now, the next thing is puck control, and again, because of his skating and how slippery he is when he has the puck on his stick, he can get out of, like, look at that, little mohawk there, and then boom, it's in the net. Perfect. So the skating combination with the he's got confidence when the puck's on his stick, and you see that. Like I said, hockey, like he's got the full package, to be honest with you. And there are some, he's not that pure offensive defenseman like Zane Parekh, and he doesn't have that howitzer shot like Sam Dickinson, and he's not as physical as Levshinov, but he's just really good in all of those areas. And so that combination, right? You got a great combination of attributes, I guess you could say. And watch this one here. So this is World Juniors again, and he just puts on a few moves, and then look at that little toe drag, and it's in the net. Yeah, that's a defenseman. That's not a forward. That is a defenseman that just did that. And so, it's just, it's a pleasure to watch Zeev Buium on the ice, and lots of clips of him doing crazy stuff like that. So it's fun. And and at the beginning of the season, I was reading and watching from last year that he wasn't physical enough. Well, I'm going to show you right now in his compete highlights, he does have a little bit of an edge to him. And you love to, like, look right here. Watch this. He's going to pin this guy against the boards. Boom. Holds him up there. And then watch. Becomes an open option for his defensive partner. And then look at that outlet. Now, a little bit missed pass there, but this whole combination right here kind of sums up what a defenseman should do. So he pins this guy up, right? They get puck possession. He is an open option for his defensive partner right now. And then look at the head up. Sees what his outlet. And look at that pass. A little bit behind the player there, but what a great play. Now here, one-on-one. Look at this. Perfect. Takes the body. They get the puck back. That's all you want. Simple hockey, Defensemen, sometimes it's just simplicity. And Zeev Buium, he shows all of these things. And yeah, and you know what? The one thing that this is in college hockey now, he hasn't struggled with the increase in pace and pressure that comes with college hockey. And he's settled in from day one. So it's really nice. And I had a chance to watch him last year at the NTTP. I frequent that arena a lot. And he was really good on the NTTP last year. And then, surprising how well he adjusted to college hockey. And look at that. That's a great play right there. You're going to see him behind the net here. He's going to take the body. So he's going to use his, look at that. And this is on the PK. And then gets it out. So nice play by Zeev Buium there. Now, what he needs to work on, there's like minor things. Like I said, he's above average in pretty much all aspects of the defensive game. Sometimes tries a little too much right there, gets picked, and then they score. So, easier option sometimes, but rarely does he make mistakes like this, where it turns into a scoring chance or even in this case, a goal. But, we're young players, sometimes they try to do a little bit too much, and you're going to see it here again. So, he's going to try to walk in 1-on-4, gets his pocket picked, and then the turnover. But for the most part, like I said, very cerebral hockey player and sees the ice well. I'm impressed with his overall game, Zeev Buium. Safe pick, I guess you could say. This is, he's a safe pick. And I think that, the NHL, obviously, they have the best scouts in the world, and they're going to, if he goes high, then I'd bet on him panning out pretty good. Look at this play right here. So same thing. Gets a little pressure there, and then he kind of gives it away. But for the most part, Zeev Buium, great hockey name too, Zeev Buium. His strengths, hockey IQ, really good hockey IQ, puck control. He's confident with the puck on his stick. His skating is as work. Like I said, not the smoothest skater, but definitely has, good skate. And he's always moving. He's always moving on the ice. So that's what you like to see. And then work on rushing play sometimes, tries a little too much, that overconfidence. And he's got to get a little bit bulkier, a little bit stronger. He's 6 feet, 180. If he can get up to, 195, 200 and, lower body strength and core strength and stuff like that, he'll definitely be stronger, against pressure and stuff like that. So ranking wise, have him, at the top end of the lottery, so 7 to 15. But who knows if he goes higher? I'm interested to see where he goes NHL wise. But he's definitely going to be, top pick in this 2024 NHL draft. So it was a lot of fun watching Zeev Buium this year. Anyways, let's get those numbers up. Subscribe, hit that like button, and comment in the section below. Let me know what you think. If there's anything or any player you want to see, I'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you soon. Cheers.